A very good morning to my dear student. So hope you all are fine and doing well. So welcome to my class. Today we are going to study, learn our third chapter, that is elasticity of demand. So last class we have learned about law of demand, law of supply, or you can say theory of demand or theory of supply. So today we are going to learn elasticity of demand. So let us go through what is elasticity of demand. So elasticity. Okay. So what does the word elasticity means? Elasticity means the changes, the fluctuation, changes, whatever goes within the economy. So elasticity of demand, okay, states that responsiveness, the word responsiveness is very, very important, highlighted word. Responsiveness of change in quantity demanded due to change in its price. Responsiveness of change in quantity demanded due to change in its price or own price. Change in its price or change in its own price. It's called elasticity of demand. So here we will study, okay, elasticity of demand. The curves we will study, types of elasticity. Okay, we will study the percentage method of elasticity. Percentage method. There are percentage method, point method, arc method. Okay, so we are going to study just percentage method. Okay, just a brief description about percentage method. So, and at the last we will study the determinants of elasticity of demand. Okay, so let's go through it. See, responsiveness of change in the quantity demanded due to change in its own price is called elasticity of demand. It is elasticity of demand. So let us come to now the important fact. Okay, the very, very important point, and most of the question is asked from here only. Okay, that is degree of elasticity of demand. So first one we'll be knowing about relatively elastic demand. So relatively elastic demand, what does it say about? It says about if the rate of the change in quantity demanded for a commodity is greater than the rate of change in its price. So rate of change in quantity demanded is greater than its own price. See here, try to understand the rate of change in quantity demanded. Whatever the rate of change in quantity demanded is greater than than its own price. The change in the quantity demanded is more than the change in its price. Okay? See here, suppose I am showing you in the hello diagram. Take the price. OP. Okay, take this as the price and take this as a quantity. So when the price is OP, the demand for it, take it as OP0. When the price is OP0, the quantity demanded for the commodity is OQ0. Suppose when the price decreases, from OP0 to OP1, when the price decreases from OP0 to OP1, the quantity demanded this much. So now you can see the difference. See the difference. The change in the price. See how much it change, distance. What is the distance? And the change in the quantity demanded. See, with the arrow I have shown you, the change in the price, okay, and the change in the quantity demanded. Which is more? Of course, you can see the quantity demanded is more. The rate of change in quantity demanded is more. So when the price is OP0, the quantity demanded is OQ0. When the price changes from OP0 to OP1, okay, this way you read the diagram. When the price for the commodity is OP0, the demand for the quantity demanded for the commodity is OQ0. And when the price for the commodity changes from OP0 to OP1, when the price of the commodity changes from OP0 to OP1, or you can say decreases from OP0 to OP1, then the quantity for the commodity demanded, okay, it increases from OQ0 to OQ1. Now see the difference. Arrow, I have shown you by the arrow. Here the change in the price, okay, change in the price and change in the quantity, which is more? Of course, quantity is more. So this is called relatively elastic demand. Relatively elastic demand. Relatively elastic. Relatively elastic demand. Okay, here, see here. EP is greater than 1. Elasticity of price is greater than 1. Elasticity of price is greater than 1, or elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Means you are demanding more. You are demanding more of the product. So elasticity of demand is more than 1. If you will write this way. Okay. So here it is said that relatively elastic demand says that rate of change in quantity demanded is greater than its own price. Okay, it is called relatively elastic demand. So what happens through the diagram? When the price is OP0, the demand for the commodity is OQ0. And when the price decreases from OP0 to OP1, the demand for the commodity also increases from OQ0 to OP1. But here you can see that the change in the price, it is lesser. Means the demand for the commodity is more than the change in the price, as it is said in the statement. Got? So let us move to our next topic. Relatively inelastic. It will be just opposite. It is just opposite. The relatively inelastic states that the rate of change in the quantity demanded for the commodity is lesser than the change in its price. So relatively inelastic demand. So rate of change in quantity demanded of a commodity, rate of change in quantity of a is lesser than the price or change in the price. It is called relatively inelastic demand. So let me make a diagram for you all. So this is the price, as you know. This is the quantity. Okay, so here means demand is lesser, okay, and the change in price is more. So take it as when the price is OP0. When the price is OP0, okay, if price is high, then demand will be, of course, it will be low. Take it here. Okay? When the price is OP0, the demand for the commodity is OQ0. Got? So when the price decreases from OP0 to OP1, when the price for the commodity decreases from OP0 to OP1, then what happens? The quantity demanded for the commodity, okay, it also changes, but not in the same level as the price changes. See here, with the same process I am doing. Which is more? This or this? The price, the change in price is more as compared to change in demand. Okay, this is called as relatively inelastic demand. Here we can denote it as EP is lesser than 1. EP is lesser than 1 means elasticity of price or elasticity of demand is lesser than 1. Okay. Next we will come to unitary. Unitary elastic demand. So here what you say, the rate of change in quantity demanded is just equal. Okay, means it follows the law of demand, simple. Okay, if you know law of demand, the unitary elastic demand is similar to that. Okay, so if the rate of change in quantity demanded is equal to change in its price. It is called unitary elastic demand. Okay, means the rate of change in the price as well as the rate of change in the quantity demanded is just equal. It is equal. Okay, so let me make a diagram. When the price is OP, then the quantity demanded is, of course, it will be OP0. And when the price decreases from OP0 to OP1, the quantity demanded for the commodity is also okay. Understood? See here, they both just equal. How much the price changes, in same way the quantity demanded also changes. Okay. So here you can denote is AP is just equal to 1. AP is just equal to 1. Okay. You can see the curve. If you want, you can make the curve also. See. This way. In all the diagram, you make the curve this way. See, just equal to coming this way. Okay. The law of demand slope. Okay. So next, hope you understood this. So next we will move to our next topic. That is completely elastic and completely inelastic. Or you can say perfectly inelastic and perfectly elastic. Completely and perfectly. Okay? Take a chalk and chalk. Completely inelastic, completely or perfectly inelastic demand. So here what happens, if there is no change, if there is no change in the quantity demanded due to change in its okay. If there is no change in the quantity demanded due to change in its price or own price, okay, it is called as completely or perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, so let me make a diagram. So just see. When the price is OP0, when the price is OP0, the quantity demanded for the commodity is OP0. Okay. Suppose there is a sudden fall in the price. When the price falls from OP0 to OP1, that case also the quantity demanded will be same. So see here, the demand curve will be in this way. Okay, fully vertical. When does the demand curve slope vertical? Okay, when does the demand curve slope vertical? The demand curve slope verticals during completely inelastic demand, completely inelastic demand, or perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, so see here, price, earlier price was here, but the price changes from OP0 to OP1. The quantity demanded is, so it happens when does it happen? it happens during the time of purchasing any medicines, drugs, and pharmaceutical equipments and all. Okay, suppose the price of the medicine from 1000 rupees decreased to 500 rupees of 100 rupees. Okay, the price of the medicine means any medicine take, just take the price of the cancer patient. The medicine decreased from 1000 rupees to 100 rupees. So will the people go and purchase? Will all the people go and purchase? Yes, give me more, give me more. They purchase. They are not going to purchase because they are not sick. Only the sick people, they will be happy. It will be a relief for the sick people. But for the normal people, it isn't. Means no effect. And for the sick people, there is a relief. Anyhow, they have to purchase. If the price is high, also they have to purchase. And if the price is low, also they have to purchase. But when the price is low, it is relief for them. But the demand is same only. They will also not purchase in huge quantity. Yes, because when their sickness will get over, they are not going to take the medicine. So here in this case, okay, it happens during the time of medicine, surgical equipment and all. Okay, means here there is no change in the quantity demanded due to change in its price. Okay. Next topic is perfectly. Next, it is completely or perfectly elastic. Completely or perfectly elastic. So, if there is an infinite change in the quantity demanded due to slight changes in the price, just slight changes, okay, due to slight changes in its price, it is called as completely or perfectly elastic. Okay, if there is an infinite change in the quantity demanded due to slight changes in its price. Okay, it is called as completely elastic demand. Okay, slight changes in its price or insignificant changes. Okay, slight or insignificant changes in its price. So let me make a diagram. When the price is OP0, okay, so as the price falls down from OP0 to OP1, let's see, as the price falls down from OP0 to OP1, then the demand for the commodity becomes infinite. Means horizontal. Okay. Horizontal. Okay. So slight changes in the price, the demand for the commodity becomes infinite, horizontal, it is going on. So when does it happen? It happens, okay, when the two products taste similar, but the name is different, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Coke and Pepsi. Now the name is different, but taste and everything is same. So if the price of Coke is more than that of Pepsi, then what is happening? the demand for Pepsi will be too high and the demand for the Coke will fall down. It will fall down or nobody will demand at all. Because both are similar, both are same only, but just the name is different. So why to go for a higher price? The wise consumer will not go for the higher price. The wise consumer will go for the lesser price, okay, and spend the money more wisely. So the wise consumer will always go for Pepsi, but the price of the Pepsi is lower as compared to the Coke. If the price of the Coke will be lesser than that of Pepsi, then the consumer will go for Coke. So this is related to it. So here in this case it will be infinite. Okay, so it is horizontal. Then here EP, elasticity of price or elasticity of demand, is infinite. It is the sign. Okay, understood? So for today this much only. Okay, I given the question answer this morning. So hope you like those question answer, and this week I'm going to take a test also. So be prepared with the first chapter. Okay, theory of demand. So it will be your first chapter, theory of demand. I'll be conducting test. So the notification of the test will be informed in a group before 1 day. So best of luck. Hope you have understood. Thank you.